Hi, it's Pamela. Today we're going to do 8 simple customisations on a basic shell top. So here they are. And the first one's really quick and easy. These little collars are available from most haberdashers. They tend to come in pairs and they're symmetrical. And what you do is just stitch it along to the top of your neckline. That's the first one. The second idea is to add a lace trim down the front. To do this, I would add it to the centre front, right the way down before I added the facing and before doing the hem, and that way the join of the trim can be tucked inside to your neck facing and it would be taken up at the bottom with your hem. Just be careful to make sure it's central. There's lots of different trims available in haberdasheries. There's from simple rickracks, which can be added, or you could add bias tape. These don't match very well, but they give you an idea. You could add that down the centre front. You could add a few buttons as well. So there's lots of things you can do with trims. That's 2. Third idea is to add a zip. We can add a zip easily to the centre back seam. We can have it hidden the way a normal zip would be, or we could have a bolder metal zip. You could have a contrasting colour. I don't think that one's particularly great, but it could be bold and it could be an exposed zip. There's a lot of those in the shops just now. Number 4 is adding a pleat at the back. We would cut the front and back pieces just as normal. Our front facing isn't changing either. With our extra strip, which will go down here, we'll add in our pleat, and we'll have to add the same width to the back neck facing to make it that bit wider. We could have this in a contrast also, so that's another idea. And the button would be inserted at the same place and it would be up at the top. It would bring the pleat together and hold it together at the top of the back neck. Change number 5 is we're going to add the pleat to the front instead of the back. To do this, we'll have to add our seam allowance to the front, and that will now be placed against the cut edge, and we're removing the seam allowance from the back and putting that onto the fold. We'll have to make the same changes with the facings, adding a seam allowance to that and putting it to the cut edge, and the back facing we're removing the seam allowance and laying it on the fold. And again, we can add a strip for our pleat in the same or a contrasting fabric. And this is how the top panel will look with the pleat in it. There we go. Number 6, we can add button opening to the front using the same changes that we did for the pleated front without the pleated front, but we can have our little button opening at the front. Number 7, again these same changes, but we could add our little zip to the front. Number 8, we can add a panel to our fabric down the centre and cut out, as we did on our original basic top, and we've got a built-in panel down the front here. And that would, when you cut it out, you'll have it already made with your panel in it. So that was 8 fast and easy ways to customise your basic shell top. I hope you have fun trying some.